Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Good Cast Show. Today we have a very interesting person on as our guest. We'll be talking about her teaching experience and men's health, specifically the male reproductive challenges, actually. Now, she is somebody who's been teaching for 18 years. She claims to be not a nerd, but she's been studying pretty much her whole life. I actually, weirdly enough, have met her before, which we'll go into. So please welcome Dr. Rafeah. Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
There we go. Perfect. How are you?
Thank you so much, Vinod. I'm so good. Thank you for having me in your podcast show.
Thank you for coming. Yeah. Now, we've actually met.
Yeah.
No, we haven't met actually. You came to a show of mine before. I have a recording which I'll be sort of superimposing on this video post-production. Yeah. So are you still a fan of comedy?
Yes.
Yeah? You still keep in touch with Jagan and keep abreast, yeah?
Not Jagan specifically. I'm keeping in touch in Mervyn. But sometimes, now they are famous. So
Yeah, they're famous.
Really...
They have forgotten us peasants.
Exactly.
But so now you're at my second show. Thanks for coming for that, by the way. Very nice.
Me.
No worries. So as I said, you have completed the trifecta.
Yeah.
BSc, MSc and PhD.
Correct.
So doctor, tell us who is Rafeah behind the whiteboard when she isn't throwing chalk across the classroom?
Oh, now no more chalk.
No more chalk. Oh, no more.
We're only throwing markers.
Marker pens, okay.
All right. Without this qualification, I'm just a very, very simple girl. I wouldn't say I'm a bit moody, but sometimes, you have mood swings and everything.
What's your zodiac sign?
Scorpio.
Oh, same! High five! Yeah, there we go.
So you know how Scorpio works.
Yeah, very moody. Very moody.
You are an October Scorpio or a
October.
November Scorpio?
October.
I'm a November Scorpio.
What's your number?
14.
5.
5.
5 get along with everyone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. But
I'm a
sometimes,
one.
oh, you're a 1. Good. So sometimes, 5, as you said, we go along with everyone. But sometimes we just want to be in
Your
our
own self.
man cave,
Yes.
I just want to be isolated. So yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I love music. I love comedy. As you said, I've attended some of your comedy show. Very outgoing. I can be introvert.
Okay.
I think I'm mostly introvert than extrovert. I just extrovert. I'm not a social butterfly or whatsoever.
You're not?
No, I'm not really. But when I'm in my own circle of friends, then yeah, I can be the most loudest one in the room.
Okay. Interesting. So you're an introvert. You don't like going out. You're more of you like to stay at home.
Yeah, I love
close
staying
the curtains
yes,
kind of person.
I love being at home. I
Okay.
just love being at home, staying at home, quiet, do nothing, no, not even a music.
Not even, okay.
Sometimes.
That is kind of creepy.
I know.
No, I'm kidding. Now, weirdly enough, I wouldn't say weirdly enough, but when I found out your field of study, it kind of raised an eyebrow. I never knew that there was such a field of study, by the way.
Yeah.
This shows you I never went to class when I was studying. So you chose basically andrology.
Yeah.
So firstly, can you define what is andrology for our listeners?
So andrology is a study of male reproductive system or men's health.
Okay.
So it is a wide range of study. We can talk about study of the organ, which is the testicular, the scrotum or everything. And then we have another set of studies which you are talking about sperm cells.
Okay.
So my field specifically goes on the sperm cells.
Okay.
So yeah, that is andrology.
Okay.
So it is something that people don't really know.
Yes.
Not many people know about this field, and it is a field that emerging right now because men's health is very questionable nowadays. A lot of people, the rate of infertility. As we go on deeper, we will know that the rate of infertility has declined over the years, and it raises questions on why it can happen.
Okay.
So when you go back to our grandmothers' day, you see grandmothers are giving birth like 10, 12 children that.
My grandmother, I think, had like 18 siblings. Yeah, there was no TV back then. No Astro, no Netflix.
That explains. My grandmother also, she had 10 kids.
My goodness.
Yeah.
And it seems like back then they seem to be able to give birth, especially the women, really easily. Like nowadays, there is so many issues, there is so many clinics and all that kind of stuff. It's crazy.
True. Even the pain endurance also has declined, I would say.
Okay.
Because I remember my father used to say that my grandmother, when she was giving birth to the last child, my last uncle, she said that she happened to cook for the other children
Yes,
and everything,
I heard
and then took a bicycle, not even motorbike, bicycle, go to the hospital, give birth, and come back.
Come back. Yeah.
And it's just like a normal.
No, I grew up in the estate, so like we used to hear stories of pregnant mothers rubber tapping in the morning, and then the evening they give birth. It's
Yeah.
like it's just a part of the whole.
Now you see mothers is like they have to go to the hospital 2 days before because of the contraction, and then they have epidural and everything.
Yes. And then you have the before that, while the pregnancy, you have the checks and the checks
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
checks. But to be fair, I think I also am quite a stickler for checks. I mean, it's important to know the health of the child.
Yeah, that's true.
definitely.
Yeah.
Now, so before I get to my next one, I just want to ask, why did you choose this field? What was the reason behind it?
Actually, the reason why I did my PhD in andrology is by mistake.
By mistake?
Yeah, it's by mistake and because of lack of money. So when I finished my BSc, so I told my father, I'm always into this forensic thing since young, since the day the first CSI came out. I don't know if you still remember.
Yes.
So it was like NTV7 or something like that. So I told my father, I said, whatever it is, I'm going to do this forensic science in my life. So my father said, no, you're not doing bachelor in forensic science. My father keep on telling me that, oh, you got no future and everything. So I said, okay, fine. I'll do my biomedic. So after biomedic, I realized that, oh, no, I have to somehow pursue my forensic science. So I did my MSc in forensic science.
Okay, yes, I noticed that.
Okay. So after I did my forensic science, so I told my father said, no, you have to do your PhD. So I said, okay, fine. I have a proposal. I wanted to do something on criminology.
Okay.
So I wanted to do something on the...
Sorry, not to interrupt you, but that's quite a sharp left turn from criminology to sperms.
Exactly. I'll come back to that. So I wanted to do criminology. I have a proposal ready. I said I want to talk to the serial killers and also the serial rapists why they did that, on the mental health aspect of it. So I have a proposal ready.
Okay, again, this is so interesting. How many serial rapists and killers do we have that you can interview like that?
They have quite a number, but again, it was just on proposal basis. So I have to bring my proposal to my then supervisor. So I told him, I said, I want to do this. But he came back to me and he said that you got no background in psychology, so you cannot do that.
Okay.
So he said that if you want to do that, you have to do a crash course of psychology. I mean, you need to have some sort of basic in psychology in order for you to do a criminology. He said to do a crash course in psychology, you take about 1 year or 2 years. And I was like thinking, 1 year or 2 years, and then how long I'm going to finish my PhD? Then he gave me another proposal. He said his wife is also a lecturer in UKM. So he said, my wife got a grant, got money, got everything. So we have a research we have to do on andrology, which is on human sperm. And I went back home and I was thinking, I would rather go and do a research where there is money because otherwise I have to fork out the money. Because I did my master's and also my degree by scholarship.
You're one of those students.
So
you must be a very good
obviously
student. I mean, whatever, man. Yeah.
I have no money to fork out to buy the reagents and everything.
Okay.
So I said, okay, let's just take the offer because somehow it is somewhat related to biomedic. It's not very related, but we did anatomy and physiology. So this is on the physiology part of it.
Okay.
So that is how I went into andrology. Actually, it's not my field. It's not something that I wanted to do. It's not something that, I want to know what is there in the sperm. No. I don't want to know.
I can't imagine you waking up one day. Listen, guys, I really want to figure this out. What's in a sperm? Wait, but how long have you been in this field?
7 years.
7 years, my goodness. And how's it been so far? Do you think it's the right choice? It all worked out, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, we found something new. And again, it's a field that I think every young researcher should explore. And there are so many things that we can figure out from sperm abnormalities.
Okay, which we will dive into in a bit. But so, my question is, I mean, before I get to my question, you seem to love research.
Yeah.
Are you a research-based person or more of an academic person or application?
I'm 50-50. So I can do research. I love teaching also.
You love teaching?
Yeah. So it's very difficult. Like I wanted to do full research. My heart says, oh no, I have to go back to teaching. So I went back to teaching.
Okay, lovely. Now, let's just say for students who are at that point in your life when you had to pick a specialization, right? what should they do, or what should they consider before they actually select which area of specialty that they should go into?
Okay. For students who have been doing bachelor or masters, they should think about what gives them the passion. That is very important. That's one. Secondly, you see which field that gives you future and gives you further research or maybe give you job. So it is something very important for students to pick on those line of studies. So it's not as easy as like, oh, I just want to do a research, or no. You have to see on the long term. You just don't want to do, okay, I just finished my PhD 4 years, 5 years. After that, I don't want to do anything. No, your research should be ongoing. That is a symbol of a good research.
Okay.
So there is a continuation of your research.
Okay.
For example, like my research, it is a continuation of someone else's research.
Oh, so you're building on already. Okay,
Yeah.
understood.
So it's like when the entire research is complete, you have a whole database where you can talk about it.
Okay.
So that is important factor. But that is if, let's say, you are a non-medical student. If you are a medical student and if you want to go into specialty, it is very, very important that I always tell my students this, that you don't just stick to become a chronic MO, medical officer. You don't want to become a chronic MO for the rest of your life. You go on, you see there are so many fields. You got psychiatry, you got cardio, you got nervous, you got either you want to become a neurosurgeon or whatsoever. So you pick up on your interest, go for it.
Okay.
Even if you're a medical student, even if you're a medical doctor, certified medical doctor, you can still become a researcher. No problem.
Okay, understand. Okay, so perfect advice then for people. Now let's go into the topic of andrology. I'm very interested in this. I really want to know. Only because I never knew there was a study on it.
Okay.
I think this is a problem again, because whatever associated to men's health is generally not published or publicized, right? Women, you guys have, my goodness, everything. No, I'm going to alienate all my female listeners now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't mean it.